rest. They are pushing on forward like storm.
Serbian army set another glorious record. For only 40 days, she ran 600 kilometers, and that was the fastest Allied progress in the history of the First World War. It is true that Serbian soldiers had a strong motive in mind. They wanted to see their country in freedom as soon as possible. At November 1918, Serbian army liberated the capital, Belgrade. Belgrade shined one more time. Soon they will liberate territories north of the Danube and west of the Drina. On 1 December 1918, the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats and Slovenes was declared, and Austro-Hungarian monarchy went to the history. Serbian army is shown as an army that deserves to be in the company of the world's best armies. Serbian soldiers has it all: strength, courage, endurance, determination, chivalry to the loser, morality, and the Serb military leadership proved to be appropriate in the development of strategic and tactical decisions. Alfred Kraus, the Austrian general, said about the Serbian army,
"We should mention that we knew Serbs as legitimate enemies. I considered, and I am considering them now, as the strongest military of all our enemies. Satisfied with the small, cunning, especially active, well-armed, skilled in the use of land, very well led, they were giving our troops much more difficulty than any other."
Serbian dukes have taken the final victory over the enemy and entered with golden letters in the giant Serbian military history. Franca Diasperi, French marshal, said about the Serbian army, which he commanded,
"They are peasants, almost all of them. These Serbs are tough in trouble, sober, modest, unbreakable. They are the free men, proud of their nation and the masters of their fields." But the war came. And that's how quickly for the freedom of their homeland these peasants, without any trouble, instantly turned into the most courageous soldiers, the most persistent, the best of all soldiers. These are the glorious troops, made of endurance and zeal, the ones that make me proud of leading them, shoulder to shoulder with the French soldiers, to a victorious march for the freedom of their fatherland.
General Mackensen said, speaking about the Serbian army,
"We fought against an army that we have heard of only in fairy tales."
Mackensen, or Conqueror of Serbia, as he was called, ended ungloriously. He was captured in Serbia, a general who said that conquering of Serbia was more bitter to German leadership than to Allied. Paul Deschanel, president of the French Parliament.
After Turkey, Bulgaria, after Bulgaria, Austria, Serbs in Belgrade, we are proud that we were on the side of these heroes for the 3-year exile and war.
Winston Churchill, Minister of the British Navy.
As far as Serbia, she really fought desperately and glorious, with terrible consequences for themselves.
Robert Lansing, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the United States.
When you write the history of this war, its most famous part will be named Serbia. The Serbian army has made miracles of bravery, and the Serbian people suffered the envy, and such outrageous sacrifice and courage cannot go unnoticed. They must be rewarded.
How much respect and the reputation enjoyed the Kingdom of Serbia can be seen on the decision of U.S. President Woodrow Wilson that Serbian flag, on the day of 4 years from beginning of the war, will be raised on the state and public buildings in the United States, including the White House. Here's what Wilson stated.
In the 28th July, falls the 4th anniversary of when the beautiful Serbian people, by declaring a war from Austria-Hungary, was invited to defend their country and their homes by the enemy, ready to destroy it. That noble nation responded so firmly and courageously resisted the military forces of the country, 10 times higher than their population and military power, and only when they 3 times banished the Austrians, and after Germany and Bulgaria went to help Austria, they were forced to withdraw through Albania. Since the land was desolate, and their homes destroyed, the spirit of the Serbian people was not broken. Their love of freedom remains undiminished. To the people of the United States, committed to the obvious truth, that the right of people of all countries, small or large, to live their own life and to choose their own form of government, remember principles for which Serbia fought nightly and suffered, those same principles for which the United States are maintaining.
However, For the glory that is gained in the First World War, Serbia has paid a high price. The price was a life of 1,200,000 dead people. Demographic: it was a huge catastrophe for a country that entered to the war with about 4 million inhabitants. A huge price was paid again. But it seems that the Serbs were again managed with Saint Sava concepts, which they had been cultivated through the centuries, and according to which, freedom is priceless. In something, we have to provide for the right to the lookout Kaiser. When he heard that the Serbian army disembarked to Corfu, the same army, for which the German General Staff gave its official communication, that it no longer exists, that it is broken in Albania, when he heard that army is on the Corfu, he just said, "Such nation, it is impossible to defeat."